5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team ban. OG's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Welcome back, all of you wonderful people, as we head ourselves into Game 2 of this best of 3. OG taking on Planet World for the ESL 1 Cup qualifiers, and Game 1 was disaster for OG. They pushed, they pressured, and the game was over within 25-30 minutes. But it's a new draft, new game, and Insania joining me here can start to take us through. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot to do this thing again. I didn't press the button, so they didn't get to see his pretty there. Insania, the man with the knowledge, eloquence through the draft, was into game. We were kind of expecting the Chen ban first out, the Tiny the Naga follow, Omni, Tusk, Ench moved by OG. Still get their hands on that. Shadow Shaman fly. Feels like Team World have to do something different to try and match OG brought in Game 1.
I think removing the Chen from the... I was kind of like... remove the roster. I know OG will be... more than anyone else, I see Fly playing this all the time. They do first pick it. I'm not shocked at all. Clockwork is a great hero to deal with Shadow Shaman when he's in the safe, because you can so easily just grab him. Because you have such a high base damage, the hero is so... you really want to use it. Because of that, you often put yourself to be like... and Clock is like the best.
5 seconds
That's
remaining.
maybe one of the reasons. Winter Wyvern can't really say.
Earth Spirit.
OG and Sack. Very well versed on the hero.
Yeah, I think of Sack.
The Earth Spirit now.
10 seconds remaining.
I do like that point. Shadow Shaman does so often
5
plays
seconds
very
remaining.
far forward, right? Usually the line is drawn at the creep wave in lanes, the way you play forward or back. And Ras is just like, okay, you're an offlaner, I'm going to sit literally on the circle of your tier 1 tower aggro, wait for you to come to me. Phase of bans. Are there any core heroes that you would like Team World to remove that maybe they're scared of or should be scared of in this game?
I feel like one of the advantages.
Dire team ban.
I mean, if I was in this situation, I probably would have wanted to talk Earth Spirit to me. I just find it hard. Neither of these heroes is gonna.
10 seconds
And you're
remaining.
very unlikely to pick Puck yourself against the
Right.
total opposite.
5 seconds
Exactly.
remaining.
For me, that would be a bit. You never know what's going on. I don't know what the probably have like
turn to ban.
maybe Puck isn't. See, this set of bans, justifying it depends a lot on what. Usually, when I'm drafting, I have like I'm gonna open these. You build an idea of okay, with
10
where I'm at right now,
remaining.
I want to go for these heroes.
5 seconds remaining.
Normally, you can maybe counter that with like Jug or. They probably don't want those heroes. Get rid of the bat.
Definitely, like, there's a few indicators, right? Brew and Bat. Maybe you're thinking about, maybe a single core lineup where a Cyclone can ruin your fight, or you're picking cores that don't
10 seconds
link
remaining.
here. Team fight can ruin you. It just removes chaos in team. One kind of grab and kill as Team World will take Lone Druid themselves. See. Seems like an early Lone Druid pick for me.
Yeah, one of the advantages of Lone is
10 seconds remaining.
I guess it's like
5 seconds remaining.
I just pick it. I don't really think. I would always say, Lone Druid's game, they're able to like make it hard for you, then it's not a good hero. There aren't any. What those supports are, I have no idea. Quick for algorithm in his head. You ask him one game, like, oh, Ross is the best. The next time he's like, no. I personally don't know. I mean, it makes in his head that makes
some neural pathways where it's like a plus pi divided by the square root of q. And okay, well, fair enough, I guess.
But when it comes to Lone Druid, he knows this stuff. As far as Lone Druid goes, I think this pick is going to be.
Dire team pick.
Viper for OG. Boy. There. Phase. Viper. It's like...
I'm going to be honest, I have no idea.
Those?
10 seconds.
No clue.
Remaining.
I really don't. Maybe they.
No-Tail, what hero do you feel like playing? Viper. I don't think any player has ever said that, right?
Gorg says that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he a pro player, though? He's way better. Probably just kidding.
Is this what you do when you don't know?
Turn to your co-caster.
Yeah.
Make eye contact.
Talk about.
Start flaming people.
Yeah. Just because you don't know better. I don't know.
Especially when you think about Viper with his new Nether Toxin breaking passives.
Right, or like
isn't any...
dominating a lane, maybe. I don't see like the idea, but obviously they know they are like 3 levels deep. They know what they're gonna pick. No Team World for some. I know Kaiser likes playing these Queen of Pain puck spit. Maybe it's like
definitely going deep into the reserve time world. Meaning they're baffled by the Viper pick themselves. Pick into it. I guess, if we start kind of expanding the thought process DK would be a decent pick here for safe lane LD, mid lane DK, and then you have the Viper with the break to try and deal with that and win the lane.
Yeah.
They're kind of removing options with the Viper pick. Team World would maybe have liked as they go for a Tide. One of Forev's real signature heroes. Days, honestly. Tide and Lone Druid every game. Both of the heroes here, but only one of them will be in his hands. G. Wants for this. What's your offlane here?
I'm actually so amazed if this is why they picked Viper. Because one of the big advantages is how difficult. But now with the new Nether Talk, drop that thing on top of him and you.
Oh, Shadow Shaman Hex as well, you can't.
Obviously, yeah. And this is the idea behind the Viper, because Viper now makes total, like, perfect sense. Put that Viper against Hex. You're gonna do amazing in that.
How did they know?
Like, I don't know if this is why, how, but this is some, like, next level OG stuff.
Why is just 4D chessing Team World here.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably Matt has something.
Yeah, very true.
I don't know, but because I feel like now Viper suddenly safe lane, or that lane. I was thinking maybe the reason they picked this
Dire team ban.
really get stuff. Seems like they knew what Team World likes. They go with Enigma.
10 seconds.
How do you feel though playing Enigma in 3 cancels?
So when I think of Enigma, I actually don't tend to put way too much emphasis. Black Hole is like added bonus to everything. He has the option of denying that hero down. Really prevent him from kind of like glitch, at the same time providing. And a factor that people really don't think about, how much damage these
10 seconds.
there's no like they really do a lot of damage.
5
span of 30 seconds.
remaining.
And a lot of times in team fight, when you see high level players, they're really good about that. Use the Eidolon together with a stun. His like skill set, all of his spells are.
You throw in like a Shackles or something, Eidolon split, and you're doing damage.
Yeah. I think it's not too much about the Black Hole is like so great, you know. That and it kind of.
10 seconds remaining.
I think in this kind of
5 seconds remaining.
team items, not Reeves and Pinky, Enigma.
Full staff.
Yeah, yeah. More along those lines.
I guess looking away now, Winter's Curse kind of has to be held for the Black Hole, saying they need that. It's just one person, but that means that Shadow Shaman or even Weaver don't get hit by the Winter's Eye in the team. You have that wasted cooldown or the cooldown being held potentially just perpetually if the floor holds the Black Hole long enough. Comes out from OG and
10 seconds
minus armor here. Warm to the lane decently against the top Shadow Shaman.
Remaining.
Slippery hero definitely, and you know, like you were mentioning last game, very good against. Well, not last game, but
So another game, like during his laning phase, like he outputs a lot of damage.
Choose your hero.
And when you're playing Earth Spirit, you almost always want to have farm some creep camps. Clears waves that having killable lanes is a huge part of it. OG set it up so that you have 3 lanes in which he can get kills. Jerax is first. Yeah, the best. And when you give like he has the options of doing what he wants. I expect a lot like him to do.
cool things as well. Like Jerax has been the best or top 2 for 100% on Earth Spirit. Hero was added to the game, which is honestly one of the most insane things. You know, Maboka came maybe close, but he's always said that he's watched and learned from Jerax, maybe his own way with the hero. Definitely Rezo Weaver, no tail on the Viper. 4 will be on his Enigma. We used to see that Arcane's Midas build still be an option here for S potentially to try and push forward into the items, the base items.
I think ever since that talent was that, the Midas already was a good item on him. That it's like feels like this is every time.
What's the other? Is it a DPM talent on the other side? Or
Yeah, it's 120. So me and Kezo had a lot of 100 DPM. Because in some cases, get it and get to a refresh, and you use that to end the game. And I feel like that argument is like only time and cooldown talent is if you like just want to get 2 refreshers, win the game with that 1 double ult, and just be done with it. But otherwise, like, too good to skip, especially when it's. And speaking of cooldowns, one of the big problems with the Nick, you gotta wait out the. Since Team World has Ravage, and these, it doesn't become a problem. Same clock. They're waiting for the
cycle through your ultimate.
Yeah.
Team. Solution bottom. Hello, SVG. Boots first on the clockwork, but really going to be able to do too much. Very early on, also Kaiser get web down mid. Server ward early on the high ground though from OG. Broodmother maybe make them there. And 4 and Jirak both lurk around and aim towards this northern bounty rune. It looks like we'll get the east-west split. The map. See, as the dire contest. Down here with Forev, watching out for resolution. Could go for a Shikuchi play, but relatively risky. Get the job done, especially with Cogs from Clockwork. If they feel that Shikuchi go over them, Cogs trap him in, and then there's really no escape from the Weaver. Smart play by Resolution, just backing away. Safe. Setting up their lane's pretty standard, right? Enigma off lane. Has Bottle queued up. I think I've seen too much of... not an Enigma anyway, but I've definitely been seeing more and more off-laners pick up Bottle to collect double bounty runes, keep themselves replenished.
Yeah, I actually really like back, and I haven't really thought about it just because it makes a lot. Something that's interesting to post at night.
That's for always assume that he knows.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but he's
sick denies in here as well, right? That range creep deny, very nice. And then, because they have this 1v1 of Lone Druid against Enigma, they've got Shadow Shaman again, sitting mid, denying, harassing, being a general nuisance, while No Tail sits on the enemy ramp, keeping Kaiser at bay. Team World, they're going aggro tri-lane with a Tide, Wyvern, and Clockwork down at bottom. Fair enough, you're keeping Resolution and Jirax potentially out of lane and out of kill power, as Rezo TPs about 1,000 range from his trees back to his tier 1 to get some of the experience. Pressure from Team World, is it working out for them? Is this worth it? As Forev under this tower is taking a decent chunk of damage.
I think this is one of the ways, because, and it's a similar thing when you're playing this list. These heroes that deny creep, they make so that you get so little experience. Being able to leave allows for you to pressure, deal with this hero that's sitting underneath it. I like this decision. Enigma offlane, or in general any.
You can tell that Ana is not a support hero, misses out on the pull across. It really is super dodgy though, pulling like this large camp across into a creep wave.
I think it's a lot harder on Dire than the Radiant. It's like,
but here it's like 53 and a third or something.
I'm not exactly sure on what the Dire timing is. I mainly look at like.
Does mean that S4 continues very strong early laning stage, 8 and 9 so far, as mid lane Kaiser gone on, but they have the 2 supports behind them as No Tail saved by the 2-man rolling boulder and smash in onto Kaiser with the Ether Shock there. At least No Tail will die, and SVG Cog push back onto the fly, but Jirax isn't done. He's got another rolling boulder in 7. TP scroll from SVG is available, but he's not using it just yet. For all the attention of Jirax across the map, such a sick player. He gets a stack. Gets a stack as he's moving around and trying to chase the clockwork, rolling back to base. The efficiency.
Prior to this play mid, OG they managed to, one of the big things when you, and they were doing that so well, and that's why Kaiser and Saxa and Clockwork abuse the fact that Selena is back to rotate back in.
Kaiser up to 4-0 on the Brood, yet to get the Soul Ring even. Very slow start here, the Brood Mother. Live Shadow Shaman was continuing to sit mid, blocking up the creep waves as they come in towards this Viper, making sure that the Brood Mother have control opening in this lane just to control the equilibrium, but still Team World coming in. Number of heroes, Saxa and SVG, both ready to strike. They can find a no-tail. It's a half HP Viper that could potentially die very quickly. A Splinter Blast forward, no-tail now in trouble. Clockwork will swing in, but the shackles to try and slow him down, cancelled by the battery assault, and he gets the double trap inside the cogs. Team World come out swinging, they get the Clockwork kill, but that's a nice little bonus there for the Broodmother to get the secondary one onto Fly.
Big kills coming their way. They're managing to get these pickoffs in this lane. Going very, very poorly. One of the things about Brood is, I feel like right now, the way the hero is, even if you have a rough lane, as soon as you get some, go to the jungle, farming up. So them managing to kind of bring this Brood back into the game.
Super dead.
Yeah.
Super dead. I think SVG has had a really sick opening 5 minutes. His rotations really have paid off. You know, you're talking about potentially the Shadow Shaman safe lane support being caught, but in this mid lane that he's just been running in and pummeling. Broodmother again, big army of Spiderlings chasing Fly. From No Tail, trying to keep the Spiderlings at bay for a little while. Waiting in the wings here with this one Observer Ward giving a bit of vision. Middle lane, more importantly in the jungle area, as Ana does die top lane to the rotation from Resolution and the first black hole of the game. But I'm still scared about this mid lane. Kaiser's cutting waves, they've got supports waiting to go in.
And one of the best ways to deal with heroes, Rasta, where it's really all about their lane, anything goes for bait. Like these heroes like Broodmother and, Nature's Prophet, heroes that just don't care how strong you're on lane. They just have these tools that allow you to do just what Kaiser's doing. Dive him over and over again. These fighters make power, don't care. We tank, there's a million of us, and they just do their thing.
You hit the hero, we'll take the power aggro. Jirax kicking Forem back into the creep wave, taking both bounty runes, and then TPing away. Sneaky little devil.
Yeah. Ana rotates down bottom as well. This is honestly it looks a bit like the reverse now. Team World applying the pressure to OG. Therefore,
Cold Embrace, keeping SVG up and running, allowing the battery assault to come in. Look at Forev, he's run all the way from bottom lane in towards mid. Four does not have Black Hole, and Forev out of mana right now for Ravage, but he's got the one charges to pop if he needs it. The trouble is, he is all alone here. Broodmother not able to get back into the battle. SVG super low, so Forev falls. Team World, oh god, they're so deep. SVG is dead to rights. Trapped inside the cogs himself as Resolution can clear up at least one of them for a bit of free money. Kaiser doesn't have a great way of escaping here, though. He's got one web to go across to the east. He'll drop down south below the ramp, but dying there to S4 as we have a 4v4 in probably one of the most awkward spots I've seen in a long time. Tier 1s are still standing, and you've got a huge team fight happening under this one Radiant Observer Ward.
Yeah, it... when you see these kind of plays, a lot of the time, one team is, of course... Usually whoever comes out on top of that, it tells a lot about what the game's gonna look like. So it's unlikely that Team World goes It was understandable. They felt very strong with the Ravage and everything. Here we go. They see that OG are split, and now they're gonna go.
And has no boot. Going for Helm of the Dominator rush, it looks like there, for no tail. Scan. On top of the Viper. And with SVG's rocket, they'll cancel his TP. No tail, very close to escaping there. If only he'd gone maybe a second earlier, but great play out from Team World. Expending the Ravage maybe unnecessarily, but securing the kill, I guess. As Jirax is sitting behind them, goes in for a kill of his own. The Cold Embrace keeps SVG up and running though, and Jirax is like, nah. Cogs push. Yeah, cancel the TP. SVG's got him. Jirax is going to have to make some sick plays to get out of here. 6-1 charges, roll up in a second. He's going to get himself out. He doesn't have a TP though, but he's dragging them across the map, I guess.
He's making so much space. Dodges the Winter Wyvern. Yeah, nah. Clock rocket too.
A little bit worried about Kaiser mid. Chased down by Rezo and Fly, but playing very well up on this ancient area. They're pinging this out now, saying, hey, Broodmother's very likely going to come farm these golems for top. The Spirit Bear up with a level 3 Malefice. No points in the Midnight Pulse just yet, but the Entangling Claws will arrive, and Ana black hold up. The Eidolons, you were talking about that damage, and look at them go, dropping Ana lower and lower. Resolution arriving with the Shikuchi forward. The Swarm will do their damage, and a Savage Roar too little too late. Ana not respecting the Eidolon.
Yeah, combining with the Black Hold. Bring him down to about half HP. Lone Druid is one of the pinkier heroes. Just goes to show, as No Tail's in a better...
Oh, he sure is. Kaiser with that medallion, making short work of not just the Viper, but even Fly. Hexes up SVG, but this mid lane quickly becoming a train wreck as they will finally bring down the tier 1 with the Spiderling army they have. Solution in the meantime, what's he up to? Fred's Aquila, Diffuser Blade queued up. OG, they feel a little bit outsourced this game, especially the laning stage, the first 10 minutes. Not really going, I guess, wait, I'm comparing to a perfect game in the first one, right?
Yeah.
They're looking towards this timing, they're gonna, with a Blink Black Hole of Enigma, they'll get a Diffuser Blade on the Weaver. But I'm interested about Helm on Viper.
Team Helm Dominator is just gonna feels so strong. Buying it on like eyes opened up, and more and more heroes buying it. And again, it's like a kind of like drums, you know. I think probably Yapsor got it on some here, and then everyone was like, "Oh my god, this drum item!"
Drums Rubik, and you're like, "Oh my god, really?"
And you just realize, like, "Oh my god, this drums item is like really good," and then you start buying it on everything. Viper definitely a hero. I feel like one of Viper's problems, you want to get some item that just gives.
That's a big play. Jirax in with a 3-man stun stuff. Magnified, but S4 Ravage catches 2 on the eastern side as well as Fly cursed up next to No Tail. Not going to die just yet, but will have to back away. Forev still standing his ground, but look at Resolution go. He's waiting for Saxa, his former teammate, to come out of the Cold Embrace. Chases Forev down, and OG come out of that even without Black Hole with a nice team fight win. No Tail surviving, even with the Lone Druid Bear chasing him down. Oh, he's super low. Resolution's in with a triple kill.
Huge fight coming up. My eyes are just, I don't know how much damage. That was ridiculous. I felt like he was doing so much.
2,000.
Was it the most on his team? Yeah,
yeah,
it was. Like,
by a good 20-30%, yeah.
Yeah, just the magnetized damage coming so massive. Beautifully played by him, and Resolution does exactly what he needs to do as a Weaver. Pick off those low HP. Allow Jirax to bring heroes down, see who's dropping low, and go. Finish them off.
Mine?
Get the gold. Yeah. Mine? Gold on the credit.
Good. Now, Rezo, how far? About 100 gold. Not at all. And that's a team fight win without black holes. But you're looking now in 2 seconds. S4's like, right, I'm ready now, guys. Can we go fight again? Are we ready to go? Let's push top lane. I've got Eidolons going. we'll pressure towards the tier 3, come back through the star jungle, look for the tier 1 mid, more likely than not, and, you know, ward on your way through as well. Get them vision down, which they already have towards these dire ancients. Team World having none of it. They know there's no objectives for OG to take up there. They come in onto No Tail instead with a hook shot and spiderlings. Very quick and easy kill. I feel Team World, you know, in that scenario, perfect.
Yeah, they understand that they're scouting pretty much. They just realize that. Yeah, it is. Yeah. We don't need to deal with it.
I didn't think they'd be able to break high ground. I didn't think there was an objective for them to take. But OG say, cool, you've killed our Viper mid, you've expended your hook shot. You don't have Ravage yet, so we'll plop our Serpent wards on your high ground, and your tier 3 down to 300 HP already. 13 minutes in, that primary push working out wonders for them. Farm and push out bot lane. World. Feels like they like to do something with this Ravage, but right now they're kind of set back, having to keep these waves shoved. Apart from mid, where Broodmother really has made this her nest and her home, as No Tail, Jirax is unable to save him, but at the very least he'll get some cross kills here as Broodmother magnetized, chased down by the Rasta, killed off by Jirax. Sata on the tail of SVG, looking for that one blast to end it all. Magnetized, lasting long enough with the urn to kill him off. Jirax held back by that Winter's Curse, but it's not enough from Team World's resolution. He's in behind. I don't know where he came from, but somehow he's behind tier 1, taking down Saxa. No chance of escape, and down they go. 3 heroes quickly traded off for No Tail's life.
Yeah, just well done by OG, and No Tail going in like this allows for Jirax to line up that doubles, turn like cake around. Flies in a bit of trouble. Forever's going with a haste through.
Ana's dying, but Jirax and Fly, the 2 supports, buying time for this to happen. Trying to chase Jirax there, not really a move that to make often. Oh,
yeah.
Really?
He decided to go for the blink. I think because he has such a good game, he wants to give that added threat. Maybe not necessarily the map presence, that, you know, there's an enigma with Black Hole that it's not showing. He could be anywhere on the map. Or just for teamfight, you know, making sure, constantly thinking. Having that blink just adds that to the fear factor. I think that's probably a big part. It feels like he's a... I'm very curious to see what he decides to go for. He goes for the BKB. Very telling of like how they're looking to... Then it's going to be a lot about like baiting and making sure just going for the Winter's, like trying to go on a Winter Wyvern, make sure Clock uses pop that white Black Hole.
Oh, Jirax, no, are you really doing this? A 3-man stun, but he gets away. He blinks out, he doesn't want to commit. Oh, that was so close. I felt the tingles. Got the goosebumps. It nearly happened. Jirax, fraction of a second too early. Very nearly getting in there to steal the kill and the Aegis. But yeah, I like what you're saying about that kind of, you know, maybe even just No Tail, you know, running towards a target, trying to bait a curse or a hook shot. Just so your S4 Enigma can have a nicer time. Good kickback from Jirax. GG's Clockwork out of the way, but Winter's Curse has allowed him to blink out, even with that negative urn on him. Jirax is out of there. God, and they're killing off bottom lane as well. Forev dies by his own tier 2.
And in the meanwhile, middle lane, Lone Druid and Broodmother. A lot of stuff happening all around the map. Constantly. This just goes to show how like high level of a game you have here. Everybody's just deciding to make plays depending on how the enemy team is moving their pieces.
Why can't I zoom out any further?
Yeah.
I just want to see the whole I just want to see the whole map, what's happening, because bot lane solution like you're looking at now. Keeping this wave up to tier 3, forcing Team World to come back, and this is where they strike, exploit the weakness, catch Kaiser on his way out. His team have already left him high and dry, so Aegis up, and maybe 2 lives taken here away from the Broodmother. Hexed up, and even the Black Hole from S4. Screw you, Kaiser. Screw you, Broodpicker. There's a taste of your own medicine as SVG by his shrine, but the mana break out from Resolution with a talent and a diffusal blade. A good boulder smash holds the clock in place, and Forev, no, cancels that TP. Not want to get involved. Again, OG feels like they have pretty full control of this game as Resolution continues top of the net worth board, 11-1-4, looking incredibly strong.
Yeah, that entire team fight, very well executed. Resolution went straight for the clockwork. He cannot hookshot it. Black hole or by any means give him a success being.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
5.5 minutes until the fastest Roshan spawn. So quite a lot of time here for OG to play around with the map, kill some time, purge up Forev, slow him down. The little satyr is keeping the slow going. The kick back from Jirax into the waiting arms of Fly and No Tail. There's the break applied onto Forev. He's looking for the Ravage, and he will connect onto a number of OG heroes with a hookshot landing. Jirax is also caught, and this may have been a bridge too far. No Tail, full retreat, as his Nether Toxin not doing enough, even with that spell lifesteal, to keep him up and running. Down they go, 3 in a row. Team World handed those kills on a silver platter.
Yeah, the right place. Managed to turn that around, and the gold lead in this game, back and forth. It's never been a huge lead in either. But yeah, like 2K at that, 20 minutes into the game. Considering there's so many towers, probably not what you. Radiant's finished up though. The timing in which they try to do something, use the fact that 3 heroes are dead, Black Hole's down, and maybe takes.
BKB for Broodmother is here and about 1,000 gold.
They may want to wait up grab. Using this bear to push up. When Ravage is up.
Saxo taking it upon himself to push out these waves, keep a nice, safe area for Ana to farm. At long last, they are creating space for him instead of him creating. G even holding an angle here. Big old circle drawn out by Fly. I think he knows what's going. They don't want to play into Curse and Ravage, which is just about 50 seconds time, but mainly it's going to be top third of the map area around Roshan in the next 5 minutes or so to look for the spawn. World, you're looking at the Radiance climbing to this bear. They're getting the job done now. They're actually feeling incredibly strong as Jirax forced to throw a couple of spells the way of the creep wave. And a high ground, maybe not a high ground attempt, but definitely a breach of the tier 3. Touched in inappropriate places by the Spirit Bear as S4 caught potentially by Saxa. Arctic Burn tickles away at him.
Yeah, but I think OG are actually very happy with this. They got the Shadow Shot top lane, and if you remember, they dropped the tower down to like 20%. They're most likely going to pick it off here.
There is a glyph, but feels pretty bad wasting it here on a tier 3 that's likely dead anyway.
So this is a great play from Fly, and they get in return is complete a tower, and then by the time Team World put that out, Shrines now available for them to.
Broodmother putting away some of these Radiant resources. Gold out of the hands of OG. They will smoke. Already sentryed up, dewarded. They know there is nothing spotting them as they come across this map. In here at Kaiser. 2 webs available. The mana for both of them as well. The Roshan pit. Trying to scout, but this is getting tight. They roll forward, jump in. Jirax catches, boulder smash. And onto the Broodmother as they follow through the Hex. Forever is ready with a Blink Ravage, though. This Winter's Curse is perfect. Fly caught and killed, and this is OG being shredded by Planet. Absolutely huge fight. Expanding all of their ultis pretty much, but well worth it to bring down OG as they were the aggressors.
Yeah, they actually read that move. They understood based off of nobody showing. OG or Smoke position themselves to turn that around. That was just really well played.
Planet, Team World, Team Earth. My brain is melting and I can't get the name of the team right. Planet Earth. And the high ground. This is a real push.
Yeah. There's 25 seconds, and with Broodmother and Boner, that's plenty of time to down these builds. Jerax is doing what he can to stop them, and it's not going to be enough.
Melee is definitely dead. Jerax just keeps trying, poking and prodding these little rolling boulders and smashes out from his stone remnant, but Melee racks down mid lane. Great achievement there. Team World themselves up on the board structurally. Base. Now, got themselves a nice little net worth lead. The buffer increased between them and their opponent as they can start, moving into kind of luxury items now, right? Orchid up on Brood, get a force on Tide. Druid aiming Fork your ass. What's next for Lone Druid after that? Do we still see Aghanim step? Or is that a game specific?
I think that's probably something. I would like to see some Bashers just to like give. In the last fight, I think both times that Weavers died, it's been to like they pop a Ravage and they control them through that. But really for resolution, like he's going for a BKB now, and once he gets that, then Ravage isn't. And killing him is going to be extremely difficult. Just getting a Basher on the bear is gonna like you can put that bear on Weaver whenever and it's gonna prevent him from being able to mana in fear of that bat. That's probably the item I would go for, but I'm no Lone Druid expert. I don't guarantee that. Makes sense in my mind.
No guarantees. See what Anatide head towards as Roshan 1 minute 30 and big man is up. Way too far forward, no tail. Caught out, pants down, Ravage up, and Viper down. Jerax blinked away from the chase. A lot on their plate now to try and defend this base. Lincoln's is up for S4. The Winter's Curse no longer a really big threat, but still does have to worry about the Ravage shot.
Yeah, I think they don't really mind in return for rest. Wow, another big one.
The Black Hole catching 2 in the back, though. Can they do the damage across with the Boulder Smash? Maybe. Taking out Saxon now, the Brood of BKB and escape as the roll out from Jerax. Maybe just creating enough space for resolution to take down Forever, but this is a tanky Tide. Little by little, they'll chip away at him, and No Tail looking to arrive and help out as well, and finally the big man falls as Jerax. I thought he ran away, but no, he's running forward looking for more action. Maybe trying to catch the Kaiser Brood, but without that BKB. Very, very open to dying, and Jerax seems to know where she's hiding. Silence, but the smash misses. S4 Midnight Pulse into the roll, and they found the Brood. All through Jerax's perseverance as Resolution chasing into this dire base. Pops his BKB, aims for some racks for OG.
Yeah, and here, a lot of the times, wards give you this. You only think about what the wards are showing. The wards also tell you a lot of things by not showing anything at all. And if you look at the Radiant wards, they actually have one ward covering the top lane, and they have every other pathway from the dire jungle towards their base. And Jerax didn't see anyone pass through these wards. He knew that Broodmother was hiding somewhere around this jungle. And just using his amazing game sense, he figures out like the most logical place for him to be and just heads up there and kills them.
That's a sick point though, right? Like there is this kind of line that the Brood had to cross.
Yeah, so they knew the Brood ran into the jungle,
nice.
right? But they didn't show on either of these two wards.
Where could she be?
Yeah, exactly. Really just like heads up play from Jerax using not what he does see, but what he doesn't.
Super intelligent plays and then opens up Roshan for the Magus, grabbed by Resolution. 48 seconds until Black Hole is ready. Team World want to try and push OG's buttons here and get something done, but a big arrow drawn by Jerax. Guys, I'm split pushing top lane. I'm going to clear out some creep waves, get this wave onto the racks, force the Dire to come back and defend. We can recuperate. Think about our next move. Group up, wait for Black Hole to come up again. And S4 is super close, honestly. 2,000 gold away from an Octarine core.
This is such a huge item on it. With his cooldown reduction. with his Lincoln Sphere finished up, really the only hero that he is Clock. Because very unlikely that a Forever is going to say, hey guys, I'm going to hold off my Ravage. He's probably just going to use that Ravage whenever he's going to be this Clock, going to Enigma cancel. Because though Winter Wyvern can do it with like using Splinter Blast and then travel time from the Splinter Blasting, time that you react to seeing Black Hole, it's a bit too slow, so... And I'm pretty sure OG knows this as well. They're gonna have someone probably on SVG. I wouldn't be surprised if Rezo like...
Oh my god! Oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. We'll wait to see if Jirac survives. Oh, he's out as well. That was super close. Right, so nighttime comes across, right? SVG walks down past this bottom rune spot. And Fly is just like waiting across here. And he manages, like, the vision literally ends there for the Clockwork, and Fly TP's out here. Clockwork moves like a little bit, he rocket flares over, and he hook shots through as Fly just finished the TP. It was like the tightest thing. Fog of War was like a pixel out, hook shot was a pixel out, the TP just complete. Close SVG, nearly, it's just a Shadow Shaman, but it's just the way it happened.
Yeah, feel bad moment.
At least they take down the bottom shrine now and defending their top rack as Ana holds the line up at top lane. OG maneuvering themselves into a position where it looks like try and make it. Rezo has found Ana. Pops his BKB in with his swarm play. He's going to move forward and look for the kill. The Malefice holds him in place for long enough to get the damage dealt. Oh, wait a second. Where's Forever? Here he is. Looking for a Ravage, but he's been hexed up and now forced to back away through the threat of that S4 black hole potentially. But all of a sudden, OG, they were two heroes here a second ago. Out of the woodwork, another two appear.
Chilling up here at the... I think they want to try.
Force Alan's buyback maybe. Jirac sprinting down mid lane, get regroup and connect with the rest of his team. Up at top, they know that tier 2 mid is still an option to fall back on if they just don't feel comfortable pushing high ground here. And it looks like S4 very ballsy, just maneuvering himself forward. Another Toxin down from No Tail. They're clearing this creep wave, but 20 seconds now until Lone Druid's up. They're unlikely to do any severe damage to that rack. They swing back in. Jirac had already pushed this lane, prepped it all up for the rest of his team, just to very simply come in. Wait, and maybe think about the tower, but equally, Team World, Planet Odd, Team Earth, Planet, World, they're gonna come back and I still can't get my head around that.
Too many teams right now.
It's not called Team.
Oh, yeah, I mean... Team's cool, though.
The best part was, when Starladder put you guys on a spreadsheet we had for all the games, your team name was Team.
Team.
Yep.
That's pretty sick.
Gave me a few giggles at night. Stay up. Just a little. He's got a funny sense of humor.
He'll crack you up. But yeah, this game, we're just going for a nullifier. I love seeing this side because I don't really know exactly how it works. We'll see if like there isn't any weird like blocks out. Probably just
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
don't really see any.
Oh, Rasta's buying a ghost.
Maybe that's planning ahead.
Preempting it. Be able to deal with that really nicely here.
I guess just the bonus damage quite good. Be able to lock on, focus somebody. Maybe not even about bear up top.
Solutions Aegis. Firing there. Well, I didn't say he would, I was just wondering. But I still don't understand. You know, I've seen Lone Druid players just like ignore the item and pretend they never buy it throughout. And then a lot of other players absolutely love it. I think more recently the consensus has been that Lone Druid Ags is super broken.
I mean, I think it is, but I think it has a lot to do with like how you want to approach the game, right? Trying to win the game by fighting, or are you trying to backdoor, you know, using it to, you know, be a nuisance or create space, or what's the idea behind the people? Here it looks like they're gonna use this Lone Druid hit one place on the map. Do this like where the bear plays his own game.
Give OG a taste of their own Lone Druid Aghanim's bear medicine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. Oh, did he catch his thing?
He does. And the rest of the team dogpiling. S4 flat as a pancake now as the big fat Tide Hunter lands on his head.
And they saw this Octarine core on him recently finished. They should know that he probably... Normally when you buy an item, you're not really like saving up gold. Picking someone off right after is usually a very good indicator. You can do something. Rezo's having enough.
Nice little glyph here, and Ana clearing through Serpent Wards barely fast enough. 14 HP, one more hit would have done the trick, but it's the curse. Fly. It's away. Landing. Curse was expiring, so it looks like curse wasted.
Trying to set up that bonus. Fly too fast on his finger.
Hey, Orchid for Rezo. Bloodthorn about halfway done.
Doesn't want to have anymore. He did skip the Lincoln Spear, so he has this game with like very minimal mana. Doing a great job. As he approaches level 20. Ooh, himself right.
One run. No tail up. I always, I absolutely love one of my favorite things, going to like Dota buff and just looking at No Tail's items.
Yeah.
Because he honestly has the most diverse and I feel like greatest adaptations in item build out of pretty much any core play. Like he'll just pull out, you know, a 4-staff on Tiny, a Ghost Scepter on whatever, just because he needs that item, his team needs that item. He's like, I don't care if I should be buying an S&Y or an AC, if that's you know, the build in the meta. He adapts to what's happening in the game, and right now, you know, Helm, Solar Crest, 4-staff, he is a utility Viper. He is tanky, annoying to deal with, and he allows Resolution's Weaver to do all of the damage.
I mean, that's kind of how he kind of like is.
The 2.5.
Right? He's like, he's the one of the cores is basically a real core, and then he's like the support. And I think that's kind of like the case for most. You got Thumba Man and Miracle.
Yeah.
But I'd say like Matu's like the support core.
Miracle's the hard.
Yeah, like the real core. And that's just kind of how like Dota's developed. Jerax sneaks into the top lane and just.
Even Dire Observerboard's trying to scout all of this stuff out. Fly's moving up there as well. Way with Eidolon's going. No one from Team World showing on the map anywhere. Now they will as they get up onto high ground. But it looks like Serpent Ward's placed on his melee rack's top lane. Fly coming back to defend bottom. Team World haven't committed tier 3. Still super paranoid about S4 doing stuff like this. Blinking aggressively into potentially the middle of all their opponents, but they've seen the escape. They've got Jirax in the back end. Nice 4-staff. Get SVG a little bit of distance as he hook shots, but Hex caught here. The Glimmer will buy some time, but the sentry placed as he cogs back onto the Weaver. Pops the drums as the Black Hole does catch on to a big target. We'll watch 4F fall here as Jirax launches a boulder smash across the map. The chase in SVG does keep the away though. Himself back home.
In the meanwhile, I think, do you believe Ruth? I was already dead.
That was already dead. Looks like they take a bit of damage to the ranged one, but the big thing is that top lane rank. You know, Fly being able to get Serpent Ward down up there, defend their bot lane, and now Roshan's back alive with Black Hole down. Is this a win?
I think with Black Green and the 15%. And when you're in the game, it just feels like the ultimate. Actually, was it? I think the top melee racks died.
Yeah, the top ones did, yeah.
That's
all their fault. Bloody Serpent.
Looks like OG are actually just gonna.
Big goat.
What? BD rune spawn?
Easy Roshan. The rocket flare lands now. See the corpse of He's on the floor, and Refresher Shard on S4. With a level 4 Midnight Pulse. And he's honestly not that far away from a BKB on top of the Lincolns. Big game, Enigma. Definitely a great period for him to really shine. That is an interesting item for Saxter. Picks himself up the Orchid. Okay, he's ahead of the tide in that work. I guess with Splinter Blast, he's just waves.
That and like surviving. I think Saxter's like one of the best.
No, that's super important, dude.
Yeah.
The bear just died and there's no resummon.
Oh wow.
I wonder if they know there's no wait. There's no bear out, right? He didn't like resummon it.
I don't see it anymore.
I don't see it.
Oh no, bottom.
Is it bottom? Okay, never mind. There is one. Nice. 4 in the cogs with SVG. Thinking about popping the cheese, but looks like he was hit by a Spirit Vessel or something. Didn't get the full effect out of it. Spirit Vessel against cheese is honestly one of the most ridiculous things. You get 750 HP instead of the 2500.
Yeah. I was actually very curious what heal was. A little bit of heal. It wasn't enough for cheese. You're right. Spirit Vessel, top of that. Allow him to. Not sure if it would have made.
At least he didn't waste his Refresher card.
Yeah.
Now.
Pick up here on.
They got it? Sure have. Huge amount of damage. Nullifier and Orchid does nothing that Clockwork can do. No Tail is dragging creep waves. Has he dragged this one from mid? Where's he got this creep wave? He's just doing stuff, I guess. With this little Ogre Frost Mage, controlling lane equilibrium somehow.
Yeah.
Team World, the ones that are forced to come back and deal with the Viper split pushing. Going into the Silver Edge neck has MKB and Boots of Travel queued up.
Feels like neither looking to force the issue. The game is approaching this like later stage of I feel like there's so many factors of where people could be and what they start feeling more and more scared, and you play like safer and safer. Don't really want to split too far away from your. Stay close and all of these like crazy reads that people less and less. More about like just want to make sure that you don't take too big risk. And you can tell like how the teams are moving, really trying to just push waves when they know it's total.
Slow and steady, 1 shows in a lane, 2 farm the jungle behind them. Sure, everyone has a buddy. Backup plans always in place. Solution. Giving away his position, hit Brian away. Double cap wave arriving down at bottom lane. That the BKB is incoming here. Courier 4. This could be game-breaking. Team World don't know it's coming. He's trying to keep himself hidden out in the fog. There's no dire observer wards watching out for them anywhere across this side of the map. OG do peel away from this bottom tier 3 push. Korav holds that ramp. Mid lane, definitely something they need to come back and deal with.
Resolution, just no tail goes through it. I mean that mid. I think they want to try to kill them.
Catch him. Winter's Curse is there. Got Aegis though. Very difficult kill, not just once but twice as he pops his BKB to turn and fight. Rezo, no time lapse, so he's going to have to Shikuchi away as the Serpent Ward's dropped. Virax keeps Forav out of the fight with a good Yule Scepter. And it looks like Team World losing that Spirit Bear, full retreat back up onto their high ground. And OG still with this BKB, double BKB Black Hole from S4, ready, his fingers on the trigger. And you've got to wonder now, with Curse down, Ravage the only real thing here that can potentially deal with OG. The hook shot has to be held for one of these black holes. SVG really has to be so careful with what he does with his spell.
Yeah, and one of the things with hookshot, yes, it can cancel. What generally happens when the Enigma black hole is like going to happen, and this is gonna have probably Weaver right on top of that black hole. I'm sure Rezo's gonna have that in mind. Try to stay a little bit in front of an. If the hook comes, cannot catch the Enigma. it's not like a reliable Enigma. Like
for sure.
you don't want to, you don't want to have bet your game on like Hook managing to connect.
Especially if you're the defenders with like your back against the wall, right?
Right.
Because we'll come back to it in a second. Because the big ravage from 4F starts things off. Saxa nearly dead. The magnetize reset. And his cold embrace will keep him alive for now. But the Broodmother solo dies to Resolution, destroys her with the nullifier, and that Bloodthorn as they chase 4F back, hexed up and taken out with S4's first BKB Black Hole onto Ana. They'll do it again for the Spirit Bear kill, and that is the end of the Lone Druid, dead for 80 with no buyback and no recuperation here from Team World. They will get Resolution though. That is a huge pick-up to take. If S4 can stay alive and keep No Tail up and running, then maybe they can hold on to this fight. But they've lost too many. They've bled out, and Fly, barely TPing out, will leave No Tail high and dry for Kaiser to get a triple kill. But buybacks expended galore there by Team World. Keep them in the game, barely.
Hyde, Wyvern, and Brood all buying back for that. And one of the big things in this fight, one of the advantages, you need to kill both him and the, not just enough. So S4 actually managed Black Hole. They both died immediately. The Aghanim's not really too much.
The spirit is regeneration.
That's also the problem, you were mentioning with the hook shot, though, right? Because Enigma is the aggressor and playing forward, the clockwork has to be, like, behind this line on this side to cancel back. Because you've got a creep wave here, you've got Lone Druid and Lone Druid here, and then Enigma's in here. I don't care. But then the hook shot has to come from, like, such specific angles. To not hit allies, to not hit creeps, to not hit, the Resolution Weaver you were mentioning. There's so many factors.
On top of, like, I don't want to be caught by Enigma,
yeah.
And, like, there's just the calculations that you're doing in your head. It's a lot of things that you need.
Definitely not quick match. You can't just 2 + 2 equals 4 minus. Not. Difficult time ahead. Ana, alive now. Don't know, did you mention the basher that's coming? Just now.
No, I saw him queuing up the Abyss. Had it on the bear. Hasn't really felt like it. Has had too much time. A lot of boots and travels on this. It indicates that they probably feel like team fights. They know they won the last. Like at the back with 3 back. So
they won the fight, but they lost like 2,500 swing of net worth.
Yeah, it's always rough. You never feel good when you need to buy back. To be fair, they didn't really get much out of the Ravage. Maybe they feel like, yeah, we Ravage better if we Ravage at a time where Forge already in the
Bear dies, which it does. It is dead for 45 seconds. Roshan up in 2.5 minutes, so there's a long grace period here. Team World to think about resetting. Got the vision down they need around in this area. Nice. They control it up. Tier 2 top still standing. Feels like they really need to kill that off. It opens up the top lane for Lone Druid ratting. Start pressuring around top tier 1, but it's just that natural back and forth, right? Because you've lost your Rax top, not only is there a tier 2 to, pressure back the wave, and not just a tier 3, they've got that permanent push on top lane, much stronger than normal.
Yeah, and take a look at bottom lane.
That's real nasty. Mid lane, though. They've caught out one. Flies Rasta, but S4 in with the black hole. 2 inside if they've got the clockwork and the tide. Ravage is used, but no one dying from the dire just yet. They'll force forward. Kaiser falls in the back, but SVG, he's found by Resolution. The cold embrace. It's just delaying the inevitable. He's going to die here as well as a double tap from Rezo arrives. And Team World, Brood dead for 110. Clockwork forced to buy back. And you were saying, look at bottom lane. Well, look at S4 go. Eidolon's in onto the racks. And Team OG, Roshan up in 1 minute 25. They realize he's not here yet. Let's go and make something else happen.
Yep. They are... It's interesting how fast he just decided to travel down bottom. I don't know if it was in position to get more action.
Silence. It's 4 BKBs. Have anything really to throw into the mix here on this entangle from Ana. holding him in place with a hook shot from SVG catching, but a force stab. Sick double one from OG keeps S4 at arm's reach, and they've killed Saxit in the back. So much commitment here from Team World to try and kill that one. Enigma is going to lose them oh so much more. Ana chased down by Rezo. BKB's up and the Savage Roar does absolutely nothing. GG's buyback into dieback as he's just obliterated. Where did he go?
This Weaver, man.
Where's the clockwork? Oh, yeah, I think S4's thinking the thing I'm doing. The clockwork just dies.
Yeah, game's looking rough now, dude. No buybacks, a lot of heroes dead. It was a beautiful black hole that S4 used over it. He delayed all of the spells they could use to save out. His team totally ignored the black hole and just killed the other hero. Army of Eidolon.
So many Eidolon. Therefore, pressured S4 thinks better to do some damage to the range rack, but it looks like they've got the tower regardless. And GG's called. They've got no buybacks. So the throne's going to die with the catapults coming in, so Team World tap out. OG 2-0 sweep in the series, but definitely more of a fight there in Game 2 from Team World. You know, it was very even for the majority of the